I can't remember back that far.
Show us your shirt, Joseph. It says Polaroid.
Polaroid.
Oh, and it's a camera.
Yep.
I had one of those.
They still make them, don't they? Something like that?
They make them. Yep. I've got a couple, as a matter of fact.
Hmm. I may have one in storage.
Had one a long time ago.
They're fun. Then I don't have to look through 1,000 pictures. I snap one picture and that's it. If it's a little fuzzy, so what? When I'm looking at it in an album, like I open up the album. I don't know if you'll be able to see these or not, but.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like, I can actually recall the event without having to sort through 90 photos to figure out
I
which
know.
one I want to keep.
Or
I
just
have to live with it just the way it is.
very good. Very good. Yeah.
When I inherited the old family album, I scanned all the pictures in it and sized them all up to 4x6 so they would fit in a modern album.
Hmm.
It worked really good.
We got a
Of course, I
bunch.
had to scan all the pictures, so that's a problem.
We got a bunch of Carol's mother's albums. Trouble is, nobody knows who the hell the people are.
But what I did on some of the pages, instead of a photograph, I put a thing in there with text explaining who the people were.
Oh, wow.
Good idea for future generations.
You're a
there's-
fanatic, Fred.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, then I sort of lost interest, but I did some of it. I mean, I did all the pictures, but I didn't do all the text.
Hi, Joe.
Hello.
It's kind of cloudy behind you there.
Nice.
Okay, he's sending us chats.
I just sent a chat.
Joe has discovered
Is-
the,
They have
In
a.
case you go out the north gate, the St. Andrews gate, you'll see some police activity.
SWAT team practicing.
Yeah, SWAT team will get you.
well, let's send Steve out there. He's just coming in, so.
Thanks for the video on the Interact or the new TV people, Joe. I started watching it.
They had a lot of questions, a lot of repeats, but pretty good information.
Mhm.
And where's our main source of information? David Wolf.
Well, he's not the source of information as he is questions.
Charlie got him all excited Thursday night on our Zoom call. She started talking about the letters to the paper. He got all upset.
Hey, Stephen.
Hi.
I should tell
I
you my
just got my
experience with the-
Spectrum. I just got my Spectrum bill, which is normally $85 because I have high speed or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's now $100.
how many,
That's just internet only. Internet only.
internet only? What about
Yeah.
your TV part?
I don't have TV.
Oh, okay.
Why do you
Well,
pay so much?
I think my internet's $89 for Spectrum.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's your speed, Fred?
I don't know. I think it's 500 gigabytes or something like that.
The
or
highest.
higher. It's one of the highest ones, I think.
I pay $70 for Fios 500 over 500.
Well, at this point, I'm just gonna wait until the new system comes in. I'm not gonna change horses twice, so.
Right.
But from what I hear, I think I like the new system. If what they say turns out to be true, which I assume will
Well,
be.
good luck to you getting it in your mutual.
Yeah,
You mean if our
Good
mutual
morning,
doesn't
Luba.
vote for it?
right.
You may not get it. You may not have that option in your mutual, Fred.
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it, I guess.
Morning, Luba.
Good morning. Nice to see you all.
Saw your husband in the paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
on the 29th of October.
Yeah, come over, guys. We benefit to Ukraine this concert. They didn't put it there, but Lapidary Club involved in donation to Ukraine, and they already sent $5,000. They raised money, so they kind of asked if it's okay. I said, of course it's okay.
Yeah, they're doing some little glass things, I think, that you can buy that goes to donate.
Yeah, I bought, but it will be for free unless people will want to donate something.
Hmm.
And really nice magnets for the refrigerator or whatever. It's like a small square of Ukrainian flag and made with a fused glass. It's very, very delicate and nice. How are you been all? I finished my tax season. Horrible. Oh, it was brutal for me.
So how many cameras you gonna have set up, Luba?
I asked David, I spoke with Paul. Paul said, because I had previous engagement with him when I planned in 20th, and Paul said that unfortunately he cannot do it. David, yes, I thought maybe I will be the second camera, but I probably I will be that nervous that I won't be able to
Well, what's Jack doing
record.
that day?
Because I need a closer look.
He hung up.
Scared Jack away.
Yeah, I mentioned his name and he said, "To hell with this, I'm
You
getting."
mentioned Jack and camera and he left.
And I will have a question to Joe maybe, or to whoever filmed kind of a concert in Clubhouse 4, because we will have settings like philharmonic settings, 2 rows with the partition in the middle, and where to put the camera that kind of the steady one, and maybe second one will point to hands or closer look. I don't know, because to come really close to Yuri, I think it might kind of it might be not that a good of idea to be closer to him when he's playing, but to zoom him from some different locations, it will be probably okay. Here, Jack is back.
Luba, Jack is back, but you're gonna have 2 cameras, Luba?
I thought me and David, but if I will not be able to do it, because I will, at the beginning, I need to say something, but it's okay if camera will be pointing on me, but during the performance, I would like to have a closer look on hands. So yeah, I need second camera, to be honest.
Do you have 2 cameras? I mean, do you own 2 cameras?
No, I don't know anything. I have my phone, and I thought that I might get Canon from the club.
Your phone is good too, by the way. I've taken
Yeah.
a lot of video with my cell phones and we're fine.
Yeah, especially when I have this dual link, you can right away to free memory from the phone. You can right away to put some stuff on dual link. That's how I did the Velveton outside.
All you need, if you don't already have it, all you need is that little attachment that'll hold your phone that screws into a tripod, because I have one. I think Joe's got one.
Oh, and you don't have them to hold it like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
matter of fact, I can dig it up. You're more welcome to use it if you don't have one. It works great.
perfect. Let me borrow it then. I would appreciate it.
Okay, I'll put my phone number in the chat.
Wonderful. Thank you, Fred.
Yeah, the only drawback is the sound quality is not that good on a cell phone. So you need a separate audio source for good sound.
Yeah, I have my own Zoom and David has his own Zoom. So I think we will cover audio. But I cannot, I'm not visual person. I cannot visualize where the best position for the static camera will be, in the middle, pointing like this.
But it's up to you what you want, what you as a director want it to look like.
I'm not experienced director.
Well, if that's
No,
a
just look
two-camera
through the
shoot,
camera
one's a
to
wide
see.
shot, the other one's the close-up.
Okay, so
Basically.
yeah, but we can go before, like ahead of the time and see how it works.
Okay, and I'm holding in my hand a little external microphone for my cell phone.
Oh,
And it's it's got a USB-C.
wonderful.
I use a Samsung. So
Uh-huh.
it just hooks up and it does a fairly decent job, better than the regular cell phone audio. So
Wow.
it picks up the audio a little better.
Can you
And
send me a link, please?
And it's directional. So
Well,
it's
if
a
you already have the
directional
Zoom microphones, Luba,
Yeah.
they'll plug into your phone too.
Okay. No. It's a thing. I don't want to carry it
I know
with
what
me.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, but this one I can carry. Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah.
This is very small. It's a Saramonic.
Saramonic. Okay.
That's the brand. And just look for the different connectors. They have some for iPhones and for Samsungs. Different.
Perfect.
Here's the little attachment. I have it on a little teeny tripod. It's just this top part.
Uh-huh.
It just adjusts. You just put your phone in here and that's basically how it works. And it's got the standard fitting for
Oh,
to screw into a tripod.
I have like this. I have.
Okay.
Mhm,
All right.
thank
Well,
you.
that's what I use when I was, shooting some video. I just use that.
Perfect. Okay, I'm slowly coming to life and then thinking, because I don't understand why people cannot sign their tax returns when they have been extended till 10/15. Why they cannot sign them at 8 p.m. of 10/17, which already kind of extended because 15 was on Saturday. It's beyond my understanding why people not signing their tax returns. So it was like constant rush. Oh, okay, whatever. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad I can see you.
Anybody talk to Irene lately?
Yeah, I saw her
No.
today, this morning at about 7:30.
You okay?
Yeah, she has another infection.
Yeah, she had an ear
I'm not gonna tell you
infection
what
last
it
time.
is, but I would not shake hands with her nor get close to her. It's that type of infection.
Yeah,
So
she
you
had an
didn't
issue
check?
with an ear infection.
Well, this is worse than that. Yeah.
I see.
It's contagious.
Oh, wonderful.
And she's out and about?
Yeah, she just it does not immobilize her, but she's contagious.
Well, that's what I mean.
It,
You're
what do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, if you're contagious, why would you want to spread it?
Well, no, I don't think she wants to spread it.
Oh.
I just say, don't touch her, don't get near her, so you won't get it.
If she runs at you and tries to hug you, run away.
If she tries to give you a little hug, don't do it.
Not that I've ever seen her try to hug anybody, but
Yeah, well, I saw her at the Orange County Food Bank distribution day at Clubhouse 4. Normally, her and I get one of the first two in line, and then the line follows us. When I left, a line was almost out to Northwood Road as people were going in toward the North Gate exit. The cars were lining up, backing up at that location at 9:15. So it's a pretty good deal. You can qualify for it if you qualify for it. They give you a 40-pound box of food. Some of it's okay and some of it isn't. So I share it with my neighbors.
And where do you go to find out more information, Joe? Do you know?
It's the Orange County. It's on the internet. Orange County Food Bank.
Orange County Food Bank. Okay.
I'll give you a link to it on chat. I'll look it up while we're talking.
Okay, now that nobody's talking, Fred, you could jump in now instead of waiting till those who are talking.
Oh, it's always more fun when I'm interrupting.
Okay, let's just say hello. Christina, how are you today?
I'm okay, thank you.
Good. Charlie,
Doing good. How about you guys?
you want to pitch Zoom Tales while you're got the microphone?
Sure. What do you got going on, Steve? You got noise in the background there.
Got some feedback, Steve.
I'm listening to the great California shakeout, so that's
Oh,
why
mute
I'm muted
yourself.
most of the time.
Yeah,
but we're
listening to it too, though.
I muted him, so he's
Anyway, yeah, we have a Zoom Tales tonight at 5:00. You're all welcome to come visit and shoot the bull. You know, all that good stuff. Last Thursday, we had a heated discussion between David Wolf and Charla Gay. So that was kind of interesting to see David turn red.
Was that the political one?
Yeah, where she was talking about the letters to the editor in the paper, and David was, we don't talk politics, which we don't. You know what?
Well, he's outnumbered in this particular case.
Yeah. It was. There was a lot of outraged people about that. So, okay, go ahead, Joseph.
all right, Fred.
I voted
Me
by mail yesterday.
Me too.
Me too.
I did it. I dropped it off.
Speaking of politics,
I put it in the box over by the amphitheater.
Joe, how are you?
Okay, I just posted, for those that want to know more information about the Orange County Food Bank website. You can look there, and if you think you qualify, you can apply online there. And they come once a month on the third Thursday of the month to Clubhouse number 4. And they start at 9 o'clock, the distribution of the boxes. The boxes are about 40-pound box full of basically canned and dry food. Sometimes they have that special type of milk that doesn't have to be refrigerated in cartons. They have a lot of cans, bags of rice, cereal sometimes, cheese, stuff like that.
So they give you what's called usually pantry food, right?
Yeah, it's pantry food, yeah, exactly. It's not a
Steve,
bad
you
deal.
want to talk to us? Oh, go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
Anyway, people get there as early as 7:30 in the morning, to wait in line, and be the first ones in and first ones out. Other people come in at 9:15, and they're at the very end of the line by the North Gate exit gate. And so it's a long line. That's about it.
Steve, do you want to talk to us, or you?
He's
Too
probably
busy.
still in mourning.
I am in mourning, but also I voted, and they've already received my ballot Orange County and the state of California said they received my ballot and counted it.
Yeah, you can track your ballot online.
Luba,
Wow. I'm doing now pretty good, and I need your advice. I decided to learn Spanish, and I am 165 days on the Duolingo application on my phone, and I'm kind of progressing, but still there is a lot of questions because my major was Russian literature and language. I finished the back in Russia Institute. So I need to comprehend not only like phrases that you can say. I need to put in my mind the grammar, and sometimes it's pretty hard. So is there like those colleges that offer classes? Do they have? I checked. They don't have Spanish.
Luba, I listened to a Spanish class on Get Set Up at 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah.
And he goes through grammar also.
Okay.
So he teaches grammar and makes us, he says it in English and we have to repeat it in Spanish. So it is a good thing. So
okay, Steve, can you put a link to that in the chat?
I'll find it.
Okay.
And
Get set
The
up.
others of us who are
.io.
not as gifted as Luba.
I
could
can
you
put
fill
it-
in for us?
I can put it in. I can put
Okay.
it in there.
All right, thank you, Fred.
A
Jack.
question,
sorry,
ahead.
sorry, I'm very
All right, wait,
modest.
hold on. Joe, go ahead.
got a question for Luba. In the Ukrainian language, is the adjective before the noun or after the noun?
You know, it might be very free settings you can use. Like, for example, in English, you have to follow direct order. In Russian and Ukrainian, you can mix and match and logically adjective going ahead of anything, like she is beautiful. So in Ukrainian, you can say она очень красивая. She, то есть, there is not that strict order like in any other languages.
Okay, so there's no order in Ukrainian and
No,
Russian.
there is order. There is a certain order, but if you will change positions and it makes sense, then there is it's not a mistake.
It's flexible.
Yeah.
In English,
So you can
there's
talk
an
like
order,
Yoda,
right? You
right?
know that English is an order.
Beautiful she is.
Okay, so in English, the adjective always comes before the noun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In Spanish,
Spanish,
it's opposite.
In Spanish, it's reverse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, Luba, have you looked at anything on YouTube? I wonder if there is some stuff on YouTube that
Yeah,
might help.
Yeah. I learned already. I mean, I looked at it, and then I found a really nice website, and it's not free, but I think it's a very good one. Spanish 101. They have a lot of stuff, so I'm thinking if I will not find something that I don't have to pay, then I will probably join this website.
Okay,
Okay,
don't forget,
Jack, it's your turn now. Jack?
Oh, right. Just a little curious about this interactive television. I saw there was someone filmed it, but it's quite long. I don't know if anyone watched it.
I watched part of it.
I did, I watched it all.
Oh, okay.
I filmed it.
Jill
What's your
filmed it.
thinking on this after seeing all of this?
Well, okay, there's two sessions. Eric Nelson filmed October the 8th. He did his session, and I filmed the one for October the 15th. That was 2 hours and 20 minutes long. Very painful to watch. But if you don't know anything about Interact, it was helpful.
Okay.
And what's your specific, any particular question on that, Jack?
No, I just got started and I haven't watched the whole thing. So after watching this or filming it, do you think it's going to go over and is that a good
Well,
thing?
So first of all, it's not like Spectrum or Frontier. There's no cable coming in to bring the signal. Now that I said that, they really are bringing, according to them, fiber cable to the buildings. And then there's an issue of putting wireless routers in the attic. About 4 of them or 5 of them, depending on the needs of the building. And then people then sign up with them and have a password and account number. And you tap into that wireless router and you can buy a TV entertainment program and pay. So first you have to subscribe to their internet. So if you want to just internet, you could just subscribe to internet and nothing else. If you want the TV entertainment portion of it, you can subscribe to that too. And they have different plans, just like Sling does or Peacock does. They have different plans. So that's basically it. It's kind of controversial in that at the beginning, they said they were going to tap into the existing Frontier fiber threads that came into each building. And that made a lot of mutuals very hesitant and very afraid of getting into litigation with Frontier equipment and with them and the mutual and Interact Solutions. And now they've modified it according to Interact, and they say now that they'll bring a black box, they'll bring fiber optics to each building. They're going to invest $1 million. They'll have a black box at the end of the building, and from that black box, which needs electrical power from the mutual, they will then distribute with a cable the routeless wireless routers to the attics. And that's basically what their plan is now. And some of the mutuals, like Mutual 15, Charlie, our mutual, back in July said, no, we don't want any part of Interact Solutions because there's too many liability issues, the way they presented their proposal. So Charlie, you and I are out of Interact Solutions at this time because they're now, they signed that they were not interested at all with Interact. So what's happening with Mutual 15 and Mutual 3 is Superwire came up with a proposal, and Superwire has been approved by Mutual 3, but not by Mutual 15. It was on the agenda, and I spoke about what it was to be, and they didn't have, let me back up. When Mutual 15 Monday had their board of directors meeting, on their agenda item, they had approval of the Superwire contract. But the backup for the agenda, when they have documentation, they only had one line, Superwire contract. They didn't specify what Superwire was proposing. So that was my concern when I spoke to them, and a couple of people spoke to that issue. And so they postponed voting on it, and they're going to have another meeting to discuss the Superwire proposal. So that's what's happening right now, Jack.
Go ahead, Christina.
No, I thought that they changed the contract. So there is no liability at all to the mutuals. What happened to 15? Aren't they reading the new contract?
In that particular meeting, they mentioned 5 mutuals that have approved the contract.
No worries.
There's somebody else talking in the.
David Wolf.
David,
Not anymore.
Thank you.
Okay, so far 5 mutuals have approved the contract with Interact Solutions. And Jackie Dunnigan gave us the numbers. And I forgot the numbers, what they are, which mutuals they are. And there's an attorney that's the attorney for a bunch of different other mutuals, like 6 mutuals, has the same attorney. And that attorney is reviewing the contract wording that Interact Solution has modified. There's been 4 modifications to the original proposal. And the attorney is looking at the last proposal and then advise the mutuals whether there was any liability or not. According to Jackie Dunnigan, she says it's that particular attorney is given it is going to give a favorable ruling on that contract. Now that's per Jackie Dunnigan, who's one of the principals that was on the committee that approved that our request for a proposal from different people. It was Spectrum, Frontier, and Interact. And that's where it's at right now.
Very complicated subject, lots of ins and outs. That's why Joe took 2.5 hours of his time to film it and some additional hours to edit it and upload it. So it doesn't hurt. I know 2.5 hours is a lot to watch, but
It's worth it.
it's worth it because then you can make little notes about where it answered your questions, you know?
Mhm.
And you'll always have that reference. I don't want to discourage people from asking Joe's questions because he'll always answer them, you know? But he did put in that time. Lady, he's going to tell me, don't stick up for me anymore. Okay. Hey, David. Unmute yourself.
Hi, everyone.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I just
It's
having
your
some
turn
more.
to speak about any questions you have or things you want to say.
Where can I get one of those handouts for the this new internet provider?
They have a website. You can download their stuff from their website.
Okay.
Interactsolutions.net, I think it is. I have this card. Let me see what it is here.
What mutual are you in,
Solutions.
David? What mutual are you in, David?
Interactsolutions.net
I'm in,
is the website. I'll put it on the chat and then you can go to that site, look at the Leisure World section, and you can get all this information that they have for it. Different proposed plans.
Internet, so
Look in chat.
Look in chat, yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it on chat.
okay.
I'm going to talk now, Fred, so get ready to interrupt.
Okay, I'm ready.
Luba,
Yes.
this is a Zoom camera.
Mhm.
The same people that make the microphones. Has the microphone built into the top. This is one used by musicians,
Wow. Mhm.
okay? It is made to be mounted on the keyboard or on the end of a guitar
Mhm.
and to shoot down the neck of the guitar and at the hands.
Mhm.
So that's what these are for. It's a 4K camera.
Mhm.
It's called the Zoom Q2N.
Got it. Thank you.
Cool.
I'll get it.
You're welcome to use this one if you want.
Well, thank you. If mine wouldn't be delivered till 29th, then I will ask yours.
Well, read about it
Thank you.
before you buy it. Make sure it's something you want. Because
No.
it's not good for much else than what you're trying to do.
Got it. Okay. Okay. But it's worth trying.
But they're not very expensive. They're relatively inexpensive.
A trinket.
Who's talking?
That's David. I said it's a trinket. That's
Okay,
what my
David, I
friend
send you
called-
the link. I send you the Leisure
What,
World.
David?
Thank you. I got it open now, Joe. Thank you very much.
And I found the camera.
So that particular link, if you follow it, and it'll give you lots of information as to what their proposal is. I think
All right.
a lot of the negativity on it is it's a startup company that's been in business only about 18 months. And they don't have the experience of dealing with a community our size. They've been dealing with hotels and hospitals, according to what they say.
Mhm. So they
Okay.
don't have the experience with having to deal with thousands of customers. They deal with one customer, the hotel. Right? And then they charge them and bill them, and it's all pretty direct. But here in Leisure World, they would have to bill individual people. We don't know if they have experience with that or not, but I don't think it's ever been mentioned.
You know, when you have to deal with cranky old people, that's
Yep.
Yeah, they're
We
finding
have
that
both.
out and they're
I
finding
was
that out
reading
and they
the
haven't
police
even
blotter
started
and-
yet.
Fred, okay. I'm gonna start again.
Okay,
I was reading the police blotter in the newspaper, and it's good to see that we're still as vindictive as ever. People's tires have been slashed, cars have been keyed, all kinds of wonderful activities taking place here in Leisure World. More golf carts are being stolen. People are reporting their neighbors for their nasty barking dogs and
For their political signs?
what?
I
Oh, yeah,
already-
somebody
I already told him
destroyed
about
political signs.
Yeah, so freedom is not that good.
Just keep your politics to yourself, you know?
I think I'm gonna put up my Iranian flag. Do you suppose I will get any flack for that?
Well, if you're Iranian, no. But you better put up the American flag first.
Yes, agreed. Question, I mean. have a
Go ahead.
comment.
I have a Ukrainian flag in my living room.
Okay, Luba, did you want to say something? Would you like
Yeah.
to? Good.
I was once at the theater and it was a play about Mark Twain. So he said, we have freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of writing. And you have to have a good brains not to use any of them.
I like what he said. He said, I do not belong to any organized political party. I'm a Democrat.
Okay, you're gonna get David yelling at you now if you keep doing these political things.
So is that a socialist Democrat party?
No, I'm
Don't
not.
promote this, David.
I'm just saying, that is a party.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank God we have parties.
yeah.
Not-
You can
not
write in
all-
Eugene Debs on any ballot you want.
Yeah,
Socialist Democrat Party. It's a
David,
Oh,
nothing wrong with
party.
being socialist.
a Democratic party.
I thought we weren't talking about politics, David.
Well, no, I'm just stating a fact. I'm not talking about it.
It's not a fact.
That's a political fact you're stating, though. Go
I'm
ahead,
not,
Joe.
I'm not promoting them, believe me, trust me.
Go ahead, Joe.
Okay, so back to the crime wave that Valentine was talking about. That's pretty normal here in Leisure World. It's just that in today's information, rapid information or spread of information, all that stuff comes out, except for the only thing I'll say is the 4 golf carts that were stolen within 1 week. That is unusual in Leisure World, but everything else that goes on in the crime reporting is normal in Leisure World at all, period. It goes on all the time. It may not be reported. It may not be on social media. Now that it's on social media and you can find out, you know, everybody has an opinion about, we know who to blame about all the crime that's occurring. It's always been here. All the thefts have been here. Golf carts have been stolen here in the past. Cars
David,
have
I'm
been
glad you're
stolen.
wearing pants.
Cars have been stolen here in the past. They're rare, but they've been stolen. Usually when there's a reported stolen vehicle, it's because the person lost the vehicle somewhere in Leisure World. And of the 10
That's
reported
what I
stolen,
suspect about some of those golf carts is someone parked it somewhere and
of
forgot
the-
where it
That's
is.
what I was gonna say too.
of the 10 reported, I've taken, you know, I work security at night. So I go take the reports when people say my car's been stolen. Of the 10 maybe that I've taken, one was actually stolen. The other ones were misplaced, or their family members took away the keys and took away the car. So it's rare, but it happens that they steal cars. And I've had really of the maybe 10 reports of stolen golf carts, 9 of them have been lost by the resident, and maybe one stolen, an actual real theft. So again, they're rare, but they do occur. Now we had 4 at one time, or 4 in a week. That is not rare. That's very unusual. But here we're having people saying that we're getting ladders put up against the perimeter wall by the bike trail on the north side of Leisure World, and they put a mattress over the little spikes, and then they jump over. They can then steal a golf cart and drive it out. And right now, our policy and for security is we don't stop cars and have them ID themselves to exit. We don't stop golf carts and ID themselves to exit. So a person can steal a golf cart and then drive it out in the morning, and no one's going to challenge them.
Yeah,
So-
drive it out Louis Gate.
Yeah, not the North Gate. They can drive it out the St. Andrews Gate, because that's the
But wouldn't
most.
wouldn't it be on video?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's talk about video. Okay, there's the video covers the video cameras for each entrance into Leisure World and exit. They have video cameras that cover the car coming in. There's a video camera that covers the license plate of the car coming in, and as they come in and you see the rear of the car, there's a camera that captures the rear of the car. Same thing with their exiting. At least I know for the North Gate, there's a camera that gets the license plate number and gets the car coming in, going out the exit of North Gate. Same thing with the St. Andrews Gate, and same thing with the main gate, entrance and exit gate. So yes, they're on video.
So you can just give them the finger right through the front window, right?
To block the camera?
So the video, being on video doesn't stop the theft. But if you can have the patience and go through all the cars that go in and out, you can spot when they go out. And you can,
Horrible.
and you'll find out who stole it if they, unless they're going to hide their face or something as they go out. You're gonna
Just
pretty
put down
well.
your sun visor.
So if I wanted to steal a golf cart, I would say get a picture of David Wolf, a picture, and then I'd hold it over
yeah.
my face. As I'm
Just
driving
leave
out,
it at the guard
just
shack.
like this, it'd be David Wolf's face as I'm going out driving the car. I'll paste it on to my face. It'll be, David Wolf stole that golf cart. And then when I get out of the camera range, I could take the mask off.
Good
So,
idea.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to wear my face.
yeah, but the guys that are jumping over the fence, they don't do that. They just drive it out. They don't care. And so far, 2 of them, one of them was recovered. Okay, I'll give you a couple of stories. in the past, some have been recovered over at the Boeing parking lot. They take it out and drop it off there. We had one guy that stole a golf cart, and before he stole it, he punctured the tires of 8 cars over in Mutual One by the one of the gates, the exit gates. James, I think, James.
Oh, why? I mean,
And then he
what's
took
wrong?
off through the St. Andrews Gate, and then abandoned the golf cart. He left a lot of DNA evidence there. I won't tell you what liquids he left there, and that's how the cops knew who it was, and also by the video. That was
Okay,
one
you
guy.
need to look at Luba's face. You have depressed her beyond belief.
Oh, there's
She feels the community is overrun with,
Oh, my goodness.
another guy stole the golf cart and went out by the clubhouse number 2. There's a flood control entrance or exit gate there. He somehow broke the lock. He went out that way and got stuck as he was going out through the little channel, the little dirt road channel. So he got stuck there.
it's not residents stealing these things, Luba.
No,
I
it's not.
know, I know,
No,
I
okay.
And
understand.
then another couple of guys, they went as far as the flood control channel, and they get stuck around Willow and the flood control channel. They run out of juice and they abandon the vehicles there. And it's the homeless guys that jump over the fence and steal them, basically.
Or the ones that come in and case us by getting a job mowing the lawns.
But puncturing tires, what? Does it give them pleasure? What? They're probably not okay mentally.
Yeah, probably not.
They're not okay mentally, right?
How far are they going to get with a golf cart?
Yeah, they had to check everybody's mental capability. Half the people that live here couldn't get through the front gate.
Did you see
Look at the people
the
in here
number
that
of,
own golf carts. They're
did
not-
you see
they're
the
not
number
around.
of accidents in Leisure World? The number of cars getting sideswiped and
Oh,
hit on, driven
that
into the
happens all
canal.
the time. That happens all the time. So
These
I've been
people-
sideswiped by the same neighbor twice.
These people need to have their vehicle taken away,
The
I
driving,
mean, they're 80 years old and they're driving and they forget, well, which one
Be
is the
nice,
brake?
be
Hey,
nice,
hey.
be
Wait
nice.
a second, wait a second.
Not the
Yeah.
age.
Will those
Not
people over
80, I
80
meant-
please
I-
respond to him?
No, I meant 95
Okay.
year olds. I meant 95-year-olds
Okay,
and they're driving. And
let me tell you about a 95-year-old. Kate Pittico, who was a member of the Video Producers Club, lived to the age of 104.
Wow.
She drove a vehicle until the age of 103
Wow.
in Leisure World. So David Wolf, you would have had a fight in your hands, and she would have beat you up if you tried to get her golf cart away from her. And she drove a
Oh,
car.
golf cart's
Not a golf
different.
cart. She drove a car, and she drive over to Carl's Jr. Okay, and the only reason she stopped driving is at 103, she hit a carport as she was going into her carport, then backed out and hit another car in the back carport behind her, and then she went forward, hit the carport again, and she went backward and hit a pickup truck and part of another carport. And then she came back, and then she finally stopped. And then paramedics showed up, and she didn't want to go to the hospital. And then she tried to sell me her car afterwards. She said, "Joe, are you still interested in the car?" I said, "No, I hear it's been banged up a little bit." That was Kate Pittico at the age of 103.
The
amazing.
thing
my
that got to her was every day when she went to Carl's Jr., she had a jalapeno burger. She did.
God bless your soul.
Well, there's some people, they just don't fit into the statistical odds, just a statistical balance.
Well,
So it's some outside.
Sometimes people of a
Outside the
certain
norm.
age, you could say, of a certain age, instead of picking out a number.
Yes, absolutely.
At a certain age,
People of a certain age can't do this or can't do that.
yeah,
Which means over 55,
120.
over 55 at a certain age.
There's plenty of people between 17 and 55 who can't drive
yeah,
either.
they're getting in accidents all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's ability to drive. And then it doesn't matter how old we are, but we feel that we're young.
Right. But they forget which is a gas pedal and which is a brake, and it's they get panicked.
It's a lot
and
of stuff
step on
to,
the
it's a
gas.
lot of stuff to remember.
Good thing they don't have
I
a
know.
Two
clutch.
pedals?
Yeah, imagine when they had stick shift.
I mean,
Guys, it was
running into the driving into the wash there,
Fred, go ahead.
On whatever that neighborhood thing is they put on the internet, it seems like there's a real raft of stealing catalytic converters, which I wonder if we've had those issues or not. Do you know, Joe?
Not inside Leisure World, but one of our Radio Producer Club members, I won't say his name, got his catalytic converter stolen when he went shopping over at the
Sprouts.
at Sprouts.
wow.
Wow.
And he parked away. That particular day, he wanted to park away from traffic, so he parked way over towards Seal Beach Boulevard side of the parking lot. And then he came back and he started the car and it sounded real funny. And it turned out he had no catalytic converter.
So right now I'm watching this woman steal a 17-foot skeleton in Texas.
17-foot what?
Skeleton, Halloween decoration.
Oh,
She pulled up in her car and she's trying to shove it in the back of her SUV. Again, and I guess that their alarm or their doorbell caught them on tape.
I think
Just
one of the
one
new
woman.
new laws in California deals with catalytic converters, but I haven't read the details of it. But I mean, they're
It
going
should
to
be
try
the
and do
death
something about it.
penalty. I think it should be the
Okay,
death
next person
penalty.
to speak, have something upbeat to say, please.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, unmute yourself and say something upbeat.
On Channel 5 this morning, they said Taco Bell, about 100 Taco Bells are going to get car chargers in them, maybe by next year or something like that.
You can get your
But
car
you better,
charged.
I don't know how long it'll take you to charge your car, but at Taco Bell, most of the people are there for maybe, 10 minutes or so at most. And they
Those
leave.
chargers, some of the chargers, you can get a good amount of charge in 10 minutes.
Was that
Yeah.
right? Okay.
They
Yeah,
need to
some of
so,
the
go
newer
over
ones.
to In-N-Out Burger.
Well, that's an upbeat thing. Let's say goodbye. Go ahead, Fred. You're
I
last.
just want to mention, I just read an article about BMW, who's obviously making electric cars like everybody else, but they've been really focusing on hydrogen. And so we have a hydrogen station right on the corner
Right,
down here, if you
right.
haven't noticed. And one of the advantages that I saw for hydrogen, first, you don't have to replace the batteries, duh. Number two is places like here where it seems like they're never gonna make it easy to have an electric car. I mean, I don't want to go, you know all the detail. But hydrogen, you just go fill the damn thing up. You don't have to have any charger. You just go to the gas station like you do with gasoline. I think on the long haul, if they make it work, that seems like a better solution than electric vehicles.
What do they charge? $8 a gallon?
Well, it's got to be competitive, but if you have to replace your batteries in your electric car every
Charlie, go ahead.
X years. Go,
I
Charlie.
got something upbeat. I went to Costco the other day and gas was $4.99 a gallon.
Wow.
I haven't seen it under $5 in ages.
Mhm.
Yeah, I bought gas for $4.99 there, Tuesday.
Okay, I feel like we're getting ready to spiral down another rabbit hole here. Before that happens, I'm going to say thanks for coming. I'm going to ask Luba and Joe to stick around. Everybody else, thanks.
Okay,
Thanks so
come
much.
see us at
It's been a
come
really
see us
fun
at
day.
5 o'clock, gang.
All right, Charlie. I'll see you.
Now bigger and bigger.
Oh, do you have any attachment to the minutes for next week's meeting?
I saved this transcript,
Okay,
but I cannot find it now. But if you record it, you can send me recording. So when you're sending me recording, I can print a transcript again.
mhm.
So that
Okay.
if you would be like last time, I don't know what am I doing, and why can't I find it? It's not me usually, but I saved
Well,
it in
even if the
Word.
transcript shows up, you still have to open the transcript button
No,
on
no,
your space bar and tell them you
Yeah.
want to save that.
no. I saved it in Word, but I don't know what I did. The problem with transcript, if you haven't been at the meeting, you don't know who's talking because they don't show names.
Mhm.
So when I am watching the Zoom meeting and have a transcript, then I can specify who was talking. So that's why I need
Okay.
a video link.
All right, I'll look for it and see if I still have it somewhere and
Okay,
send it to you.
okay, appreciate it. You
Okay,
can email it to me. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
all right, thanks. Okay, that's it. I just wanted Joe to witness what we were talking about, so
Yep.
we have a
Great.
meeting next week. I forgot to mention in this meeting, but I'll send it an email. If you want to wear a costume next week, since it's Halloween, feel free.
Are we
Okay?
meeting in person?
No, we're meeting here on Zoom.
Oh, perfect. Okay, because Zoom easier for me because it's recording and giving me the transcript.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye, folks.
Bye.
Yeah.
See you next Thursday.
Okay.
Bye. Have a good day.